Welcome to Whispers and Confessions. There might be a twist waiting, so please make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's begin right away.
My name is John, a 37-year-old typical office worker living in the city. I share my life with Emily, who's 29 and works at a bank. She's not just beautiful. She's got a great sense of style and a wonderful personality that is both free-spirited and caring. We joined the couple swap circle 2 years ago, and we've been regular participants ever since. It's been incredible. We've met so many different couples, grown stronger in our relationship, and watched as these experiences brought positive changes not just to us, but to everyone involved. We received a unique request from the parents of Isabella, a 19-year-old with autism who had recently turned adult. They approached our group hoping to find someone trustworthy for their daughter's first intimate experience. Given how delicate and complex this situation was, the organizers thought carefully before reaching out to us. They chose us specifically because of how careful and thoughtful we'd always been, and the good reputation we'd built within the community. As we learned more about Isabella, we discovered she'd been pretty much cut off from society and had never been close to any men. Things had gotten tougher for her since she started menstruating. Her mood became more unpredictable. The doctors thought these changes might be happening because she had natural desires but didn't know how to understand or express them. We knew this was about much more than just physical intimacy. It was a chance to help Isabella live a better life and learn to understand and express her feelings. Emily and I understood how important and sensitive this was, and after thinking it through carefully, we agreed to help. Getting ready to help Isabella wasn't easy at all. We thoroughly did our homework, studying everything we could about autism, talking to experts, and reading up on how to work with people in Isabella's situation. We made sure to understand exactly how intimate experiences might affect someone with autism. Through all this preparation, we realized we needed to handle this in a very special way. That's when we came up with our approach. The three of us would be together: Emily, myself, and Isabella. We figured having Emily there would help Isabella feel safe and comfortable. Plus, it would give Isabella a chance to experience connecting with both a man and a woman. Our first meeting with Isabella was truly remarkable. Standing at 5 feet 5 inches, she had a strong presence about her. Her figure was well-proportioned in a feminine way. Her face was very pretty, round and delicate with fair skin, rosy cheeks, and big brown eyes that looked innocent but sometimes showed hints of uncertainty. Her beautiful brown hair fell in natural waves past her shoulders, making her look even more feminine and lovely. She wore a perfectly fitted blouse and knee-length skirt that really showed off her natural elegance. She seemed nervous, her delicate hands playing with her clothes. When she walked, you could see she wasn't totally comfortable. Despite her graceful appearance, she shuffled along and frequently looked around. It was clear she was having a hard time getting used to the new place. Her expressions were interesting to watch. Most of the time her face was pretty blank, but every now and then she'd flash this bright smile that just lit up the whole room. These moments were brief though, and her face would quickly go back to its usual expression. Isabella had this unique and beautiful way about her. She was clearly a gorgeous woman, but you could also see the sweet, distinctive traits of someone with autism. It showed just how special and delicate this meeting was. Meeting her parents was really moving too. This middle-aged couple came up to us looking both worried and hopeful. Her mom's voice was shaking when she said, "Please help our Isabella. We just want her life to get better." Her dad bowed his head and added, "We've tried our absolute best for Isabella, but now we really need your help. Please understand and take good care of our daughter." Their heartfelt plea really hit us hard, and we promised we'd do everything we could to help Isabella. This made us realize just how important our role was. After we said goodbye to her parents, the three of us made our way to the hotel. Emily held Isabella's hand and guided her gently while Isabella tried her best to get comfortable in this new situation. "It's okay, Isabella. We're here to support you," Emily said in a gentle, soothing voice. Her words comforted Isabella. Once we got to the hotel room, Emily took the lead in giving Isabella a tour, carefully explaining everything about the space to help her feel at home. I intentionally kept my distance, giving Isabella the space she needed to get comfortable with her surroundings. Emily's thoughtful guidance and caring approach worked wonders. We could see Isabella starting to relax. It was heartwarming to watch her eyes light up gradually, and we felt hopeful that this experience would bring positive changes to her life. After making sure Isabella was feeling more at ease, we continued. Emily suggested warmly, "Isabella, would you like to join us for a shower? It might help you feel more relaxed and comfortable." Though Isabella hesitated briefly, she soon gave a small nod in agreement. We made our way to the bathroom unhurriedly, and Emily took care to adjust the water temperature just right. While Isabella seemed a bit nervous at first, Emily's warm, reassuring smile helped put her at ease. As we began to remove our clothes, Isabella looked curious. I noticed she especially looked at my physique, her eyes traveling from my chest down to my stomach before pausing. Her expression was an interesting combination of innocent curiosity and growing interest. Emily gently wrapped her arm around Isabella's shoulders, speaking in a warm and reassuring voice. "It's all right, Isabella. Feel free to ask about anything you're wondering about. We're here together in this experience." Isabella lifted her gaze to meet mine, and though I could still see traces of nervousness in her eyes, there was also an unmistakable spark of curiosity about what was to come. We could sense that Isabella was gradually beginning to open up, allowing herself to express her feelings and desires. Wanting to help her feel more comfortable, Emily and I shared a tender look between us. Emily moved closer first, placing her hand softly on my shoulder, while I wrapped my arm naturally around her waist. Our lips met in a slow, tender kiss that grew more passionate with each moment. I noticed Isabella watching intently, her eyes growing wider with fascination. As Emily and I continued to embrace and caress each other lovingly, we hoped to show Isabella a genuine example of what intimacy and affection could be like. As the atmosphere grew more intense, we noticed Isabella's breathing becoming faster and more shallow. Her eyes held an emotion we hadn't seen before, something raw and powerful. Without warning, Isabella made a sudden move. In a swift motion that caught us off guard, she pushed Emily aside and rushed towards me, wrapping her arms around my body in a tight embrace. She pressed her face against my chest, holding on with surprising strength. "Isabella, sweetheart, everything's all right," I said in my most soothing voice. "What you're feeling is completely natural, but we need to make sure everyone feels comfortable and respected here." Emily, staying calm, slowly approached us. "Isabella, honey, we completely understand what you're feeling. Why don't we take things nice and slow, all together?" Isabella maintained her tight grip on me, but lifted her face to look at Emily. Her expression was a mix of confusion and amazement, like someone experiencing something entirely new and trying to make sense of it. We immediately recognized this as a crucial moment in Isabella's journey and knew we needed to handle her reactions with extra care and sensitivity. Emily spoke to Isabella in a soft, reassuring voice. "Isabella, sweetie, everything's all right. John's here to make us both feel comfortable. Would you like to start exploring these feelings together?" As Isabella's tension gradually melted away, Emily gently guided her hand towards me. "You can trust John completely. He's so patient and caring. He'll make sure you feel safe every step of the way." Moving with deliberate slowness, I approached Isabella. "Take all the time you need, Isabella. We'll only move at a pace that feels right for you." I began to softly caress her arm with gentle, comforting strokes. Emily continued providing comfort, her hand making soothing circles on Isabella's back. We created a peaceful space where Isabella could gradually become comfortable with expressing her emotions. To our delight, Isabella's anxiety visibly faded. The fear in her eyes transformed into genuine curiosity and interest. In a tender gesture of trust, she reached out and placed her hand against my chest. Isabella began to trust me more deeply. Her touch grew more confident as I tenderly caressed her body and shared gentle kisses. Emily remained close by, offering reassuring words and creating an atmosphere of safety and comfort for this intimate moment. Carefully, I traced my fingers along her delicate skin, placing soft kisses along her neck while staying attuned to her every response. Her body quivered slightly under my touch, signaling both nervousness and anticipation. Gently, I cupped her breast softly, caressing with tender attention. A quiet moan escaped her lips, the sound encouraging me to continue exploring her body with increasing passion while maintaining my careful approach. I wrapped my arms around her waist with care, whispering softly in her ear, "You're doing wonderfully, Isabella. Just relax and let yourself feel comfortable." I could sense the tension leaving her body as she melted into my embrace. With careful attention, I moved my hand lower, exploring her most intimate areas. Her body trembled with pleasure, and her soft moans grew more pronounced. I maintained a slow, gentle rhythm as I touched her, focusing entirely on making her feel safe while experiencing these new sensations. Observing Isabella's responses, I knew she was ready. With the utmost gentleness and care, I positioned myself and slowly joined our bodies together. Isabella's eyes grew wide with wonder as she experienced a new level of pleasure, letting out soft sounds of delight that she had never made before. I maintained a slow, tender rhythm, and soon felt her body naturally moving in sync with mine as we found a perfect connection. Isabella's breathing grew more intense, and we witnessed an emotion in her eyes unlike anything we'd seen before. Then, without warning, Isabella began to cry loudly. But these weren't tears of pain or distress. Isabella's tears flowed freely as she experienced a flood of emotions. Years of pent-up desires and physical sensations finally found their outlet in this moment. Her crying wasn't from sadness. It was pure joy, happiness, and overwhelming emotion washing over her. For the first time in her life, she was discovering feelings she never knew existed. Through her tears, she expressed emotions beyond words. It was a beautiful moment of emotional breakthrough, where she found herself amazed by these new sensations and feelings. Her tears represented more than just physical pleasure. They marked a powerful moment of personal freedom and self-discovery. Uh, oh! Isabella sobbed softly, her words becoming soft whimpers. Though tears streamed down her face, her expression radiated pure bliss. Emily and I shared a knowing glance and smiled warmly at each other. It was beautiful to witness Isabella experiencing such genuine pleasure for the very first time. Feeling encouraged by her positive response, we decided to continue together. Emily reached out and tenderly stroked Isabella's shoulder before asking in her gentlest voice, "Isabella, sweetie, would you like to try some more?" Isabella responded with an eager nod, her eyes now sparkling with a mixture of curiosity and passion, all traces of her earlier fear completely gone. We proceeded to share several more intimate encounters with Isabella, taking things slow and steady. With each new experience, Isabella's responses grew more natural and passionate as she discovered and embraced these wonderful new sensations and emotions. After our intimate moments together, we lay peacefully on the bed, our breathing slowly returning to normal. In that quiet moment, something extraordinary happened. Isabella spoke up. Her voice was soft yet distinct. "Thank you." Emily and I exchanged glances, our hearts overflowing with emotion. This was a breakthrough moment. Isabella had spoken on her own for the first time. We couldn't hold back our tears of joy. Emily wrapped Isabella in a warm embrace and responded with heartfelt sincerity, "Oh, Isabella, we should be thanking you. Being with you has been such a beautiful experience." I tenderly took Isabella's hand and gave her a warm, reassuring smile. Her face lit up with a radiant smile in return. In that moment, we hoped this experience would bring positive changes to Isabella's life, far beyond the physical experience. After tidying up, we made our way down to the hotel lobby where Isabella's parents were waiting. Their faces showed a mixture of concern and hopefulness, but visibly softened when they saw how peaceful and content Isabella appeared. With emotion catching in her voice, Isabella's mother said, "Thank you so much. I've never seen our daughter looking so serene and at peace." Her father nodded in agreement, adding warmly, "We can't thank you enough for your patience and understanding. I truly believe this will make a lasting positive impact on Isabella's life." Their gratitude filled us with a deep sense of satisfaction. We could really feel that our time with Isabella had created ripples of positive change, not just for her, but for her entire family. During our drive home, Emily and I kept exchanging looks and tender smiles. The moment we stepped through our front door, we fell into each other's arms in a loving embrace. Emily's eyes were shining with admiration as she said softly, "John, watching how gentle and considerate you were with Isabella really touched my heart. You amazed me all over again with your kindness." I squeezed Emily's hand lovingly and replied, "Emily, you were absolutely incredible too. None of this would have been possible without your support and understanding. I'm so blessed to have you in my life." We spent time sharing honest words and having a good conversation about our personal growth through this experience. There was a deep feeling of knowing that while helping Isabella, we had also grown as individuals and as a couple. Emily reflected thoughtfully, while we were helping Isabella, she actually taught us so much too. We've gained such a deeper understanding of patience, empathy, and what it truly means to connect with another person. I nodded in agreement with Emily's words. You're absolutely right. This experience has brought us even closer together. Our understanding and respect for each other has grown so much deeper, and I can feel our love becoming even stronger. Hand in hand, we spent hours discussing how this special experience had changed our relationship. Our time with Isabella had given us new ways of seeing things, helping our relationship grow in beautiful ways. Through it all, we gained a deeper appreciation for the true meaning of love and the joy that comes from helping others. Later that evening, Emily and I had a sincere conversation about Isabella's future. We both expressed our deepest hopes for her to lead a fulfilling and joyous life ahead. Most importantly, we shared our sincere wish that Isabella would eventually find someone special, a partner who could truly appreciate her unique qualities, understand her needs, and share a meaningful relationship with her. Emily, being her thoughtful self, mentioned her plans to give Isabella a sex toy as a Christmas present, offering to provide guidance on its proper use. It's moments like these that remind me of Emily's incredible compassion and caring nature. This special experience meant far more to us than just a physical connection. It opened our eyes to the beautiful diversity of human nature and helped us truly appreciate how unique and valuable each person is. We learned firsthand what a big difference we can make when we reach out to help others with genuine care and understanding. Our time with Isabella taught us new depths of love and compassion that we never knew existed. We'll always treasure these precious memories in our hearts. As we move forward, we can only hope that Isabella's future will be filled with endless joy, love, and wonderful experiences. Together, Emily and I made a promise to keep seeking out these meaningful connections that enrich not only our lives but the lives of others as well.